With LeBron James opting in rather than negotiating an extension beyond this coming season, there could be a distinct changing of the guard in the City of Angels sooner rather than later. That is one reason why the chase for an NBA title is so important. Another reason is more related to the future of the franchise. If LeBron were to leave next summer, there is no doubt that Luka Doncic is the future of this organization. If the extension he recently signed didn't signify that, then the front office's approach to catering to Doncic and building around his strengths as a player only reinforces that line of thinking. That brings us to none other than Austin Reaves. The Los Angeles Lakers starter declined the extension offer made by the Lakers earlier this summer, giving him the ability to test restricted free agency during the summer of 2026. Now, according to Kurt Helin of NBC Sports, we have an idea of the type of contract Reaves will demand. Austin Reaves reportedly wants a contract worth the same as Tyler Herro's, per at Basketball Talk. Reaves will be a free agent. There is zero chance he is picking up his $14.9 million player option, even if he plans to stay with the Lakers. Reaves reportedly wants to be paid in. Lakers guard Austin Reaves looking for similar contract as Tyler Herro. Reaves will be a free agent, Helen wrote. There is zero chance he is picking up his $14.9 million player option, even if he plans to stay with the Lakers. Reaves reportedly wants to be paid in the Tyler Herro range of $30 million a year. This is not the first time we have seen source reporting suggesting that Reaves is looking for a new contract with an average annual value in the $30 million range. Helen's report goes on to address the line of thinking coming from Rob Pelinka and the front office, as the franchise would be willing to negotiate around that range if Reaves raises his game from what fans saw during the Lakers' short 2024 postseason run. In short, Reaves must improve his game when the stakes are raised. If he does not help this team improve upon the run they made last year, there is very little motivation for the front office to reward him with as lucrative a contract as Herro received from the Miami Heat. After seeing his regular season averages dip in several key areas during the playoffs, this is a prove-it season for the former Oklahoma Sooners star. You make your money in the postseason as an NBA player. If Reaves does not improve significantly from what he showed this past season, where he was a 41% shooter from the field, a 31% shooter from beyond the arc, and a player who averaged 3.6 assists and 2.8 turnovers per contest, why would Los Angeles pay him big money to be part of the puzzle without LeBron James on the floor alongside him? The simple answer is the front office wouldn't do it, and, quite frankly, they shouldn't do it unless real progression is seen from Reaves. Having a player as talented as LeBron as a teammate helps cover up things that would otherwise not go unnoticed. Once he is gone, Doncic alone won't be enough to carry the Lakers where they want to go if Reaves is a $30 million per year weight dragging behind them. On the other hand, Reaves has nothing to worry about if he can raise his game to the level it is expected to be night in and night out. During LeBron James' time in the NBA, Clutch Sports has become a powerhouse, thanks in no small part to their representation of the all-time great. With the sports agency planting their roots within the San Antonio Spurs organization, that could make for a natural partnership to end James' career. Ethan Strauss discussed the quiet takeover happening down in San Antonio on a recent episode of his podcast. Their presence would certainly give LeBron, who has seen his sway within the Los Angeles Lakers organization decline, an opportunity to step into a prominent position once more. They've moved in, and they've got a lot of influence, Strauss commented. People have said that Brian Wright has an association, the GM of the Spurs, with Clutch. The new coach that they've hired, the assistant coach, and you're seeing it down the line. Strauss pointed out the new De'Aaron Fox contract as evidence of the type of influence in place. Fox is, of course, represented by Clutch Sports. Nate Jones, the guest analyst on the show, described the merger of the Spurs and the agency as a natural course of business. Spurs could speed up rebuild with LeBron James signing. The Spurs are undeniably lurking as a team in the Western Conference who is readying themselves for an ascent up the standings. Victor Wembanyama undoubtedly offers any roster an opportunity to compete. Being linked to Kevin Durant as a possible destination before the star forward ultimately joined the Houston Rockets signaled that the Spurs are ready to speed things up around their young superstar. James could offer the same type of boost that Durant could to the rebuild timeline. Kevin Durant's preferred trade destinations are the Miami Heat, San Antonio Spurs, and Houston Rockets. These three teams are where he would commit to long-term, per Shams Charania. The four-time champion may not be around for as long as Durant at this point. However, James has certainly proven to have more than enough left in the tank to prolong his career as long as he may want to. Durant may have offered an extra year or two. The difference, though, would not be that large, and the quality of play is about on par. James averaged 24.4 points, 7.8 rebounds, and 8.2 assists per game during the 2024-25 NBA season, racking up an All-Star selection and an All-NBA spot in the process. The playoff production was still solid, too. In the 2025 NBA playoffs, James averaged 25.4 points, 9.0 rebounds, and 5.6 assists. The Lakers suffered a disappointing loss to the Minnesota Timberwolves in the first round. However, that was more of a reflection on the team's overall shortcomings than LeBron's. If the Spurs want to quickly enter the competitive landscape in the Western Conference, adding James would be a great move to accomplish that. It could come down to whether the four-time NBA Finals MVP thinks they are close enough to a championship to entertain the idea. The Lakers have already made it clear that they intend to build their future around Luka Doncic, but their plans could go further. According to insider Dan Wojcik, there is a possibility, albeit remote, of pairing the Slovenian with another talent, such as Giannis Antetokounmpo or Nikola Jokic. Unlikely, but not impossible business. For a trade to happen, either Antetokounmpo or Jokic would need to express strong interest in playing for the Lakers, discouraging other teams. Even then, the franchise would have difficulty competing for trade assets as both remain under contract and are expected to remain with their teams through the 2025-26 season. Possible windows of opportunity. Antetokounmpo has a player option for 2027 and has already indicated a willingness to leave the Milwaukee Bucks after another early playoff exit. Jokic faces a similar situation. His contract with the Denver Nuggets could lead to free agency in the same year if he doesn't renew before then. Doncic changed the Lakers' trajectory. Doncic's arrival has already redefined the franchise's direction. With LeBron James in the final year of his contract and a no-trade clause, the Lakers are preparing for a scenario in which Luka will be the mainstay, seeking an elite partner to keep the team competitive. Friendships and ideal fits. The close relationship between Doncic and Jokic is well known, and both have expressed their desire to play together. On the other hand, Antetokounmpo's skill set and defensive versatility would make him a perfect complement to the Slovenian's game. While an immediate move seems unlikely, the projected salary cap space through 2027 keeps fans' hopes alive. Lakers rumors. Giannis Antetokounmpo or Nikola Jokic. Who do the Lakers want to add alongside Luka Doncic? Giannis Antetokounmpo or Nikola Jokic are the names speculated. When can they become free agents? Both could test the market in 2027 if they don't renew before then. Is there a chance of exchange before that? According to Dan Wojcik, only if there are very unusual circumstances. Why are the Lakers thinking long-term? To ensure Doncic has an MVP-level partner and keep the team in contention for titles.